Good evening, this is Jared Anchondo reporting from the steps of the Imperial County Courthouse in El Centro. This evening, Kxo Radio's Public Affairs Department provides recorded coverage of the annual State of the County address. We take you now to the podium to join Board Chairman Luis Plancarte.
I'd like to take this time to introduce my fellow supervisors, which you're going to hear me talk to you about here today. It is not something that we do in a vacuum or we do alone. It requires a lot of teamwork. It requires a lot of thinking together, thinking outside of the box, push, pull, and come to decisions. So I like to take this time to acknowledge my fellow supervisor, Supervisor Mike Kelly, Supervisor Ryan Kelly, Supervisor Jesus Escobar, and last but not least, Supervisor Ray Castillo. I'd also like to thank all the other county elected officers, our CEO, county staff, friends. Thank you all for coming to address. And you know, Father Mark was right. I was getting very concerned about how cold it was. I hope that it's evident from the video that we just played for you that this year's State of the County address is honoring our heritage while building on our future. I believe it is extremely important to set not just a tone for tonight, but to create a vision for the year ahead. Our heritage helped shape us into what we are today, but we also let us carry forth the traditions our procedures have established before, our predecessors have established before, I apologize. Knowing that many struggles took place to create this beautiful place in the colorful farmland and crops of our sometimes barren desert took a lot of work. The sacrifice that our county fathers and our predecessors have made should never be forgotten, but more important, should be honored. Now we need to focus on the vision of what we want in the future, because today we are creating what will be the heritage for the future of those that follow. Let our future show that we are ready to focus on being a county well-suited and well-positioned for success. We want our future to reveal that our employees of this county are able to stand toe-to-toe with the challenges and make decisions to empower our community. We are a driving force to be challenged by others because we have many positive attributes and can bring incentives. And we want to have people bring their dreams to us so that we can work together with them. This county has come a long way since its humble beginnings. With time, it has developed and expanded its services to the community. And although we may have experienced some challenges last year, such as a ransomware attack that hit our information systems, affecting virtually all aspects of how the county does business, we have since rebuilt and restored operations and required significant resources and investments, and we've raised awareness of our computer activity. And so far, we have developed the best defenses yet by building human firewalls with our county staff. As we move forward into this year, we all recognize that budgets can be challenging. We have created a work group to focus on the budget to maximize our effectiveness while we minimize our impacts to the services. We provide our residents and our visitors with every service that we possibly can. The efforts will be working in tandem of efforts to attract business and new industry into Imperial County while supporting the local businesses and help them expand and thrive. We must put our county's advocate on the forefront and ensure that the county is awarded all possible opportunities to achieve additional funding through grants and assistance programs. There is so much that we can look back on and should be proud of the achievements of the past year. For example, in December 2018, the Farm Bill reclassified hemp and legalize the production of it. The Board of Supervisors recognized hemp as a viable new commodity for our area and quickly embraced the industry by entering into a memorandum of understanding with the Imperial Valley College for a hemp research program. We identified the potential to bring growth in jobs to this community, and we also hosted and coordinated, along with the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation, the first Imperial County Hemp Summit and Expo, which took place at the Imperial Valley Fairgrounds. This expo brought together industry leaders, growers, legislators, manufacturers, and vendors from across the nation, including many county departments and representatives participating as panelists, exhibitors, and to discuss the wide range of business opportunities for industries and hemp in the Imperial County. Through the hard work of the Agricultural Commission Office, the county has issued commercial hemp registrations to 21 entities and vetted 14 research hemp notifications. They have performed 530 site visits and participated in the first commercial hemp sampling program. In addition to playing a key role in the growing of hemp industry in Imperial County, the Agricultural Commissioner's Office also issued more than 20,000 federal export certificates for products leaving the county to other states and foreign countries, as well as conducted hundreds of fieldwork safety and pesticide inspections in order to keep our workers safe. In 2019, the Workforce Development Office merged with the Community and Economic Development Office, which created the Imperial County Workforce and Economic Development Office. This comprised of two distinctive divisions. The Division of Workforce and Business Services focused on providing local businesses and job seekers with the tools, resources, and services they need to succeed. Last year, our business team participated and organized various job fairs with over 2,500 attendees that resulted in approximately 800 job placements. They provided job readiness workshops throughout the year and enrolled 150 clients to vocational training programs. They had 167 new youth enrolled to the Project Connect Youth, and they placed 122 clients with employers at on-the-job training programs. The Division of Community and Economic Development focuses on developing greater economic opportunities and improving the quality of life for our residents by acquiring and managing grants for various housing programs, neighborhood improvement projects, and construction projects. Last year, our economic development team secured almost $5.5 million for various programs and projects throughout California. Housing and community development programs were completed. Completed was also the construction of the Palo Verde Water Wells Improvement Project, and completed the construction of the Winter Haven Public Safety Facility, which is a combined sheriff and fire station that will also serve as a cooling center for the neighboring communities, and you saw that in the video. This leads me to the wonderful work that our public safety agencies are doing to protect and save lives. In addition to having a new fire station and a new county fire department, they secured more than $500,000 in grants. They prepared county staff and partnered with agencies in a county-wide emergency operations training. They responded to more than 4,500 incidents and provided fire prevention training to over 2,600 children at 1,300 schools throughout our community. In an effort to enhance services, the Imperial County Sheriff's Office increased efficiencies through investing in additional technology to improve investigations with the use of drones, rapid DNA technology that can process biological samples in less than 2 hours. And they have made great advances in agricultural crime prevention technologies. ICSO has also expanded some of their enforcement programs through the acquisition of additional off-highway vehicle enforcement team vehicles, and yes, 2 new K-9 officers. Meet K-9 Officer Gus and K-9 Officer Gage. They have been able to make these investments due to their proactive and successful grant application, thus securing almost $4.8 million in federal, state, and local grants. Along with our Sheriff's Office is our Probation Department. They are taking a proactive and innovative approach to reducing recidivism and fostering law-abiding lifestyles. Through their community partnership and collaboration programs, they have begun expanding the cognitive behavioral therapy classes offered at the Day Reporting Center and at the Imperial County Jail. And they continue to operate their charter school program that assists probationers, parolees, and inmates in obtaining their high school diploma and GED. They provide drug and alcohol counseling service through SMART recovery programs, helping probation clients on the road to recovery. And they hosted their annual Adult Reentry Summit, which connects clients with local agencies to better assist them in their journey to rehabilitation. They created a youth summit that raised awareness among 100+ youth and their families of resources available in the community which can help them make healthy life choices. Part of another component of our criminal justice system is the Public Defender's Office, who provides legal representation to defendants who cannot afford to hire a private attorney. Just last year, the Public Defender's Office accepted appointment in the representation of over 4,500 cases in Imperial County. Also aiding in our indigent population is the Imperial County Public Administrator and the Area Agency on Aging. We refer to them as AAA, with the Indigent Burial Program that is designed to help families who are financially unable to pay for funeral expenses. In April, the Public Administrator held its second indigent burial ceremony at Terrace Park Cemetery in Hopeville. Our Public Administrator and AAA also served our senior community with programs such as a senior nutrition program, which provides over 45,000 congregate meals and 21,000 home delivery meals a year. This to seniors who would otherwise not be able to meet their nutritional needs. They had an annual Senior Appreciation Day where over 800 seniors attended and were treated to a delicious lunch, musical entertainment, workshops, and information related to estate planning, nutrition education, and they had informational resources from over 40 local agencies. And yes, bingo. They also hosted the Molina Closet. Where they received donations from Molina healthcare employees of toiletries and other special items that were distributed to seniors of need in our community. At the county, we are dedicated to community wellness and health protection. We achieve this through the coordinated work of our various health agencies, behavioral health, public health, and others. Last year, behavioral health services entered into an agreement with Alvarado Parkway Hospital in order to guarantee access to beds at the new Jackson House in El Centro, which is a 24-hour voluntary short-term residential substance abuse treatment center. Behavioral Health also opened 2 new facilities where they provide specialty mental health services and substance use disorder treatment to all age groups in the city of Calexico. This development in Calexico marks the first for Calexico residents, and it is a prime example of how the county doesn't just serve the unincorporated areas, but provides assistance throughout the valley. In addition to promoting and protecting the health of our community through traditional avenues such as physicals, immunizations, and community organized efforts, our public health department is also launching new programs that empower the community. These programs include nonprofit capacity building training that is aimed at building more capacity in our community among nonprofits so they have the ability to impact health, sustain change, and form successful partnerships. They have also launched the Micro Enterprise Home Kitchen Operation Program, which now offers Imperial County residents the opportunity to become entrepreneurs by operating their own home business. Another means of empowering our community is through education, and we are doing this through our free library system. This is achieved through a Raise a Reader Early Literacy initiative, which includes a weekly program for infants, toddlers, and preschool-aged children at our 4 branches. In 2019, the library was awarded $245,000 from the California State Library Program to lead a county-wide collaborative that provides new services and resources for families with autism at all public libraries called Libraries of Spectrum. Throughout the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, we supported education and healthy environment in our schools by complementing several air quality projects at 3 schools and at the Desert Museum. There was installed new air filtration systems, paved parking lots to decrease fugitive dust emissions, protecting the local school children from respiratory effects of dust particles. APCD also joined the fight against air pollution with the California Air Resources Board through the implementation of AB 617, the creation of the Community Steering Committee, and the development and state approval of the Community Emissions Resource Program, which is aimed at reducing exposure in communities most impacted by air pollution. Along with striving to improve our air quality for our residents, we are dedicated to improving and expanding our parks so families can have a place to recreate outdoors. Last year, the Imperial County Department of Public Works made several improvements and upgrades at Sunbeam Lake Park in Sealy that included beach volleyball courts, soccer fields, and pergolas. If you have not been out to the Sunbeam Lake Park for a while, I encourage you to go out there one of these weekends. Short drive, you would be amazed at what's going on. We plan to continue our efforts with future upgrades and added amenities that will include a softball field, bleachers, Sunbeam Gardens, and movies in the park. Our Facilities Service Division at Public Works also renovated the Veterans Memorial Hall Center in the city of Imperial by refurbishing the flooring, refurbishing the fireplace, updating the restrooms, and constructed a performance stage for the events that take place there throughout the year. I am also happy to announce that the Public Works Department was able to secure a $1.3 million to install sidewalks along Heber Avenue in the township of Heber from 10th Street to Fawcett Road. Yes. That clap should be Diana without looking. Currently, you're welcome. Currently, we're also working on a project to conduct roadway improvements on approximately 3.6 miles in the town side of Heber as well. As a small county, we recognize that in order to be successful and effective, we must create and foster partnerships. A leading example of this is the Southern Inland Region Child Support Collaborative. The Imperial County Department of Child Supportive Services created with Kern County, San Bernardino County, and Riverside County. This program enables child support staff to more efficiently provide awareness of child support services to the customers who travel, live, and work within our 4 counties. On the top of all, you heard as a county, we are charged with ensuring our residents have access to basic services, resources, and information. And one of the departments who is commissioned is to improve those services is the Imperial County Department of Social Services. In 2019, the Department of Social Services helped over 17,000 individuals receive CalFresh benefits, this to avoid food insecurity. They helped 71,000 individuals receive Medi-Cal services to access much-needed health care. More than 6,000 elderly and disabled individuals live safely in their homes so they won't have to seek out-of-home placement or residential care. 40 children were adopted. They approved 55 new foster homes and successfully converted the Betty Jo McNeese receiving home to a temporary shelter care facility. Through a collaborative effort with other agencies and organizations, they maximize the delivery of service and are there to support those agencies and their staff as well. For example, in January and February 2019, the Department of Social Services delivered services to over 1,400 federal employees who were impacted by the federal government shutdown by holding 3 events, which were held during the day and after hours for federal employees so that they could access CalFresh, Medi-Cal, and CalWorks. As the chairman of the Board of Supervisors, I look forward to working together to continue to improve the quality of life of our residents. Just like our forefathers adapted and evolved as changes came about in the uncertainties of this desert, we too will continue to develop and adapt. We will continue to bring life with new crops to our farmland as we begin to see organics filling many of our fields. High quality custom grown salad mixes popping up everywhere. And promising meaningful investment in hemp research throughout our community. We will carry on with leading the charge and helping California meet its aggressive renewable energy goals while emerging as a top green renewable energy solution provider. Today in Imperial County, we talk about renewables such as geothermal and solar like a normal thing. It wasn't long that we were dreaming about that type of technology. But today, we begin to talk about battery storage and the next renewable energy transition that's coming in the horizon. With the race to provide electric vehicles, reduce emissions, maybe electric engines someday, the need for lithium and batteries continues to grow worldwide. Imperial County finds itself blessed with the presence of lithium in its geothermal reservoirs, which has the potential to be our county's next boon. In an effort to promote and increase our education opportunities and attainments to meet the needs of this forthcoming growth, we are seeing more and newer career and technical programs. We are seeing programs now being offered by Imperial Valley College, San Diego State University, Imperial Valley College to take us forward. 2020 marks the beginning of a new decade, one which will bring the opportunities of a census. On April 1st, 2020 will be Census Day. And this is very important that we stand up and be counted as we take the next steps towards continuing to improve our county's public safety, resources, and public services, and much other needed services. Today, we are building the future, and together we will continue to evolve, adapt, and build on the legacy of our forefathers. 100 years from now, I am sure there will be a board chairman standing somewhere in the county providing a similar State of the Union or State of the County address. I would like to imagine that there will be talk about the legacy that we are creating today and the blessings that our people continue to enjoy. As I usher into my first chairmanship, I ask you as a county not to follow my lead, but that we should walk shoulder to shoulder, and all of us should be a united team. A team envisioned in the future and creating positive heritage for tomorrow. May God continue to smile upon our valley and bless the people of Imperial County. Thank you.
You've been listening to the annual State of the County address from the steps of the Imperial County Courthouse in El Centro. Tonight's recorded coverage has been a production of Kxo Radio's Public Affairs Department. For Kxo Radio, this is Jared Anchondo reporting.